Welcome back to Creative Tuesdays with Liz. I'm very excited to be here again today as we come together and create some more art. And I just always enjoy this time. I hope that everyone enjoyed last week's chameleon drawing and that you just had a really good time with that. And we will go ahead and get started with today. Today we are going to be creating a bird in a nest kind of art project. And you will need construction paper. You'll need, if you didn't want to draw your own bird, you can have I provided a bird template. You can use the template provided for the bird. Some feathers. If you have, like craft feathers, you might want to use those. If not, we can make some feathers out of construction paper. So you'll also need your scissors and glue, your coloring utensils. And for the nest for the bird, you can use some real pine straw that you've gathered from outside, or some, from the craft store, some straw or hay. Or if you don't have any of that, we can make some out of construction paper with that as well. So you'll need construction paper too. So you'll need to first of all pick a piece that you want to be your background for your whole bird picture. So I'll choose a blue. You do not have to choose a blue. It does not have to be blue like the sky. It can be any color you want it to be. But I'll choose blue. And so what we'll do is you'll have your bird template cut out and everything, and then we are going to color it. I want you just to color it, decorate it, any way that you want to. You can color it to look like a real bird, or you can just kind of simplify it and just kind of give it some colors, lines, and designs all over it. There is no, again, just like always, there's no right or wrong way to create art. Your art is your expression, your interpretation of something. So everyone's is going to be different, even though we're all creating a bird in a nest. They'll all be so very different, and that is what's so great about art and, coming together like this, and everybody kind of at one time creating the same thing essentially, but it just looking so different and so unique. So like if you're in school in your class and your friends and you're drawing, you're doing along with this and making your bird, I guarantee you that each bird will look so different and they'll all look so good. But so yeah, you can color and decorate. You can use your markers, your crayons, whatever you choose to use for your coloring utensils, you can use that. So I'm using some markers here. And I made a yellow wing for my bird, and I'm going to give him a purple body. I know that we haven't seen any purple birds, or I haven't seen any purple birds around. I've seen plenty of birds. It's that springtime season, and birds are flying around, and I'm sure you've seen birds building nests in places. So it's just getting that time. Spring is a great renewing time, and all these great things are happening, and it feels good outside. It's so nice. And I know not everybody really likes spring, and that's what makes the world so great, is that everybody likes something different and has different opinions. All right, so I'm going to finish coloring in my bird here. And if you wanted to draw an eye on your bird, you can do that. You can draw an eye on him if you want to, or you could cut you out an eye from some colored paper that you want to use. And I'm going to color an orange beak on my bird. All right. So I really wanted for everybody just to kind of see the different ways that you can do a feather or the nest, or any way that you can decorate your paper. But when you get your bird decorated and done, you can glue that down on your paper, your background paper. And your background paper can be any direction that you want it to be. I'm going to take the lid off of this. My glue bottle was a little clogged. And you can use liquid glue or glue stick, whatever you choose to use, whatever you like to use the best. So yeah, you will glue your bird on your background piece. And when I said it doesn't matter which direction, I mean, you can have your paper going horizontally or vertically, however you wanted your picture to go. So I'm going to do mine horizontally, and I'm going to put my bird on there. And I'm going to just wipe this glue off my finger I have a napkin up here. I'm not just wiping it on the table. So I'm just wiping that off. But it's no biggie. If you do get glue on you or marker on you, you can wash it off. You'll be able to wash up after you finish your art and everything will be okay. I know some people really don't like to get dirty, but it's all right if you do. You can get cleaned up. So if you did not have any real straw or hay or anything to use, you can get some brown construction paper. And we'll just cut some small little strips. A lot of small little strips. They don't have to be the same length, the same width. They don't have to be perfect or anything like that. But you'll want to cut a few of them. And they're kind of about a little skinnier than a pencil would be. So that's how I cut these. And what you're going to do is we're going to kind of ball them a little bit. So they won't just be like these perfectly straight pieces of construction paper. We really want it to look like a nest. So we're kind of ball it up a little bit. Or if anybody has any grass left over from your Easter basket, you can use that. So, and then I think I might cut a little bit more just to make my nest a little bit more full. And then I'll do the same thing with those. I'll get those strips and I'll just kind of ball them in my hand a little bit just to kind of give it, you know, some hay or straw kind of look to it. You know, birds use anything and everything to build their nest with. If you've ever seen an abandoned nest, look at it really closely. I've noticed, like when I brush my dog outside and all her fur just kind of puffs away. I have seen quite a few birds' nests in our yard that have used some fur. Now, it may be from her, it may not be, it could be from something else, but there's definitely a lot of fur-looking stuff in some nests that I've seen around here. You know, so they use anything that they can find. So that's kind of like in art when we're creating. We can use anything that we can find. You can create art with anything. It doesn't have to be necessarily real straw or real feathers. We can kind of accommodate and make what we need to. So if you use some construction paper and you cut strips, brown paper, we can glue that down. And again, here I think my thing is still clogged, so I'll just spread out a little bit of glue. And we'll just kind of glue it down. Just press it down around. And if you need to put more glue down, you can do that. So that was a way to do if you didn't have any real pine straw or hay to use. You can create your own. We can be adaptive and you know, make things work. So we can find a solution to problems. So there is a nest if you chose to do it like that, or if you did use this the same way, just spread out a little glue underneath the bird, and then you'll put your straw on it or whatever you chose to use for your nest. Now with the feathers, the same way. I also provided a feather shape. If you did not have real feathers that you could use, you can cut you a feather out of any color piece of paper using the shape as a template guide if you want to. And when you get that cut out, we're just going to cut some tiny slits all down the sides. We're not going to really cut pieces out of it, but we're just going to cut little slits all down it. Just kind of give it that little feathery edged look there. See, we didn't really cut pieces off of it. We just kind of cut little slits in the sides just to kind of give it that look. So you can use this, the feather that you made, and glue it onto your bird, or a real feather. So I'm going to use a craft feather. So I'm going to use a yellow one that will kind of match his wing a little bit. Just dab a little glue on, and then stick his feather on there. There we go. So now we have our bird in our nest. He's got his feathery tail. If you wanted to, you could cut some clouds. You could get some white paper and you could cut some clouds, or you can get some yellow paper and cut a sunshine. I think I'll make a sunshine on my picture here. If you wanted to draw a tree on it, you could do that as well. So I'll just cut out a circle here to use, make a sunshine. And then glue that on. Up there, and then you could do some clouds or anything else that you wanted to add to it. Really the possibilities are endless for your bird picture. So I hope that everybody's enjoyed this, and I want to encourage you to please take a picture of your bird that you did and post it on social media and tag us, the Lancaster County Council of the Arts, in it, so we can see. I'm just curious to see who made their own straw or hay, or who made their own feather, or if you had all the supplies to make your own. But I know that they look so different and so unique. Next week we will come together and create a flower suncatcher picture. So I'll have a template provided for you that you can cut out of any color construction paper. So you'll need construction paper, scissors, glue. You'll either need a coffee filter and some markers, or you can use some tissue paper that you would put in like a gift bag, or anything like that, or some party streamers like that what we used before for when we made our kite. So I look forward to next week as we come together and create our flower suncatcher, and I'll see you then. Thanks.